Welcome to Pacer Nursing Power Hour, your go-to spot for real talk and real tips in the world of nursing.
So plug in, scrub up, and let's go. This is Pacer Nursing Power Hour, where students get powered up.
So today is super exciting. As today we are hanging out with Christian. He is an excellent student. If you don't know him, you just don't come to campus.
Yeah, no.
Like you just don't show up.
Yeah. Everyone needs Christian.
Yeah,
Everyone
agree. Christian is currently in level 8. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I bet you are.
Okay, so let me just say, I have to say this.
Okay.
I've known you since level 4. He was one of my mentees.
Okay.
I did not know Christian until level 7.
Like no?
Yes.
Okay.
Because he came in and you're very businesslike.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here, what am I taking? Okay, are you sure? And that was it. He'd get in and out like 5 minutes. You were advising, like no nonsense.
Yeah.
I'm like, this dude is for real. And then first day of clinical, I'm like, who is this person? And why have I not met him before? We could have been best friends sooner.
That's great.
Love it. You don't regret not having that relationship with you for that long.
For that long.
I don't know, I think it was just awkward in the beginning, not with you, but just in general coming here, not being a new student.
Yeah. Very
in nursing.
non-traditional. Yeah, you're non-traditional.
Yeah, so being non-traditional makes it a little bit
It does.
different.
You kind of have to find where you fit in to the group, especially in this world.
He found his people,
where
trust
you,
me.
Yeah, where you
Oh, my
move with the
Lord.
same people.
You and your people.
Yeah,
Like,
y'all are great.
they come in after my U101 course, and Lord forbid if one of my little freshman students are sitting in their seats and they come in.
That's
I'm like, dude.
Well, we don't say that, but
I know. I'm like,
They're like hovering
with our eyes.
These
You
are
say with your eyes.
nursing. Be nice. Be nice.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's
It's so
great.
funny. All right.
Well, we all know you crushed it in level 7, so that's what we're here to talk
He helped
about.
teach the class for me one time.
I love it. So above and beyond, you excel. So we want to hear all the tips and tricks and habits and suggestions you have for future students, mainly for level 7, but throughout the program. I had you in level 5. You've always been successful. So giving that advice to future students, we would love to hear.
That's what we're here
all
for
about
today.
it. But first, I think I want to know more about you.
Yes.
I mean, we scratched the surface a little bit, but tell us about yourself. I want to know all the things. What led you into the nursing? What were you doing before nursing? What really pulled you in? Why are you here?
Yeah, so I'm Christian again, as I mentioned.
I spell your last, or
yeah,
say your
gosh.
last name.
Pfeifer,
Okay.
like Michelle, but with one less F.
Okay.
Okay.
So she's got double Fs, and everyone always spells my name with 3
Oh,
Fs.
Oh, no.
But I've
She
got
has
2.
3 Fs?
Mm-mm.
I did not know.
I actually did. When I made the outline, I started to spell Pfeifer, and I was like,
I did not know. Why does she have 3 Fs?
I
So
don't know.
that's just going to bug me now. Okay. See,
Do some genealogy.
I've heard people say Pfeifer.
I've heard Pfeifer, Peffer. They
All
forget
of
the
it.
Fs there, or they'll spell with an H instead of F.
Oh,
Like PF.
I think that's what I was trying to do, and I said, I know this
And
isn't
isn't
right.
it EI?
Yeah, it's EI.
Okay, so do you know how long I put IE?
Probably as long as everybody else.
Yeah.
But-
If I was peeling off your little folder that I had for you when you're my mentee, it's IE.
That's okay.
I mean, I haven't peeled it off
On Blackboard,
yet.
if Blackboard is right, and on USCA.
That's
That's
all
all
that
that
matters.
matters.
And then on your diploma.
That's where it matters. Yep.
That's true. License is more important.
Yeah, so
Cool.
I'm 28. Joined the Navy at 18. Did that for 6 years, and then I was a linguist in the Navy.
But wait, what made you join the Navy? I always have to ask this because God bless
Oh.
you for thank you for doing it.
I'll tell you why. I had applied for a scholarship when I was younger, and it was going to be a full ride scholarship, but I graduated high school early, and
Of course you did.
in the fine print, well, not because I was a great student, but I just wanted to not be there anymore. So within the fine print of the scholarship was that you had to stop going to school in the spring, and
When did you
it was
stop?
in December. So it was after I had already finished going. I was no longer going to classes that I realized I actually wasn't eligible anymore for the scholarship. So my life was just turned around, and I didn't know what to do. So
So you're like, hey, Navy.
yeah, so I think it
Pick
was
me.
January of 2015. I was like, I guess I'm going to the Navy. And then I left in September, did that for 6 years. I was a linguist in the Navy. No, I was a contract linguist for 2 years after that. But what led
Now,
me
explain for those of us who don't, okay, but I have no idea what a linguist does. Were you overseas? Were you here?
Yeah, so
Without divulging any,
yeah.
military secrets, but,
So, yeah, so you spend for my language, it was Arabic, and we spent about 18 months learning that. It's 8 hours a day, every single day for 18 months.
So you didn't know it at all before you joined
No,
the
I didn't know
Navy.
anything. My 2 options, they're not really options because I didn't get to choose, but I the test I took, which is an aptitude test, tells you kind of which language class you're going to be
did
able to
not
learn.
know that. That's super cool.
Yeah,
So
so
they can test you to see what you would be good at.
yeah, so it's a couple-hour test, and it is made up languages. You're supposed to be able to recognize patterns and all these different things.
I wanna take the test.
It's pretty cool. It's actually a really cool test. Depending on how well you do.
I don't know if I would qualify for English, though. That would be the scary part.
Well, you have to qualify through the D Lab to take this test.
What's a D-Lab?
The defense language. No, just kidding. The D Lab is the language test.
Okay.
The other one that you take when
The
you're in high school
pre-test.
to see if you're eligible for the
PS
military.
Oh. I didn't know there was a test
Well,
to get into the military.
I can't remember what it's called off the top of
I
my
It's
head.
thought you
good.
could just sign on
It's
the
fine.
dotted line.
So basically,
Learning.
each different job, depending on how you do on the test, the one when you take in high school, you are able to. So if you get if you do poorly, you're gonna probably do a job that doesn't require as much
Critical thinking,
thinking,
higher level
exactly.
thinking. Yeah, sure.
So you do better, then you're eligible for like the higher jobs. And so I was eligible to be a linguist, but then I had to take the D Lab, which is the defense language aptitude test or
Mhm.
battery test, and it's the made up language and all that. And it's a very long, pretty cool test, though, very unique, and it determines your ability to recognize patterns in tests. It'll give you 5 or 6 random words of a made up language, and then you have to figure out where is the prefix in that word, where is this potentially like an adjective, different parts of the word. It's very weird.
Can you
That's cool.
recognize cadence within conversations, like the language? Do you recognize cadence? Because we had a conversation with Ellis last week, or recently, and we were talking about distinguishing chat, AI generated conversation, and you can recognize it versus, kind of going off the cadence of the conversation that's written.
So for in the actual language I learned, at the level I was at, I was hit or miss. I was not
Okay, so no
like
specific.
native fluent.
So it's more like sentence structure.
Yes, so you
Yeah.
can tell
Okay.
if this is made by a computer, if this is made by a
Mhm.
non-native, made by a native, but
That's really cool.
That is cool.
yeah, it just like with English, there are levels to it,
Mhm.
and if you get to the point where you can start learning like colloquial understanding of like localized conversation, or you can understand idioms, that's like a whole different level. Because even in English, I don't know a lot of idioms. So in English, once you get to the point where you can learn the idioms, understand them, and use them in your speech, not just understand but use it,
Mhm.
that's at a higher level than most people ever achieve. So same thing with the Arabic, which I learned. We have very low level, I can say, "Hi, my name is this," or I can start getting into higher level news conversational news
Yeah.
verbiage, and then you get to the point where you can start having one-on-one conversations, personal conversations about yourself, about your history, about using idioms, maybe talking about history, things that are not just straight facts,
Right.
and that is a very
And that kind of makes you more what's the word I'm looking for? Um as someone who is, that you're trying to dialogue with, not real, but kind of,
you're more personable
Yeah.
when you're able to.
and you feel like you're not as it's not a threat. Like you're
Relatable.
yeah.
And when
Adaptable.
it's the difference is I'm not translating word for word what I'm saying. Okay, so that's like base level, translating word for word as I'm saying it versus just having a conversation and not just
Mhm.
translating it in
And
your
then just
head.
kind of
You just know
summarizing,
you
just
just know
kind
what
of
you're
know what
saying.
you
Yeah,
said.
you just know what you're saying.
Okay.
And that is a level where most people don't get to that point. I was right on that point at my best. But that was when I was doing Arabic every day,
All
and
day,
it was a
every
lot.
day.
I mean,
Ho-
pretty much from day one, they were speaking Arabic to us, and we didn't know what they're saying.
That's so crazy. And then eventually it just starts clicking.
Yeah, eventually it does click when you start dreaming in it, and
Wait,
That's
what? You
crazy.
yeah,
dreamt in Arabic.
when
Okay, but were they like your dreams, but just Arabic, or were you dreaming like you were over there? And
no, they were just my regular dreams, Actually, my very first dream was my instructors
Could you
yelling at me
imagine?
in Arabic.
Your very first one?
My very first dream in Arabic was just my instructors yelling at me because I only knew
Yeah.
little Arabic. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
you're like, this is stressful.
So why are you screaming the same 5 words at me?
Yeah, we're not making progress.
So it was a really cool experience, very
I want to
unique.
know
Yeah.
what those words were.
I don't know. They probably actually weren't words, but in my head they were words.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it.
I haven't dropped in Arabic in quite a while, but
Okay, but please, just say something.
oh god, if you know Arabic out there, don't judge me because
No,
I haven't spoken Arabic in a very long
well,
time.
to be fair, only like
We're going to clap no matter what.
yeah,
We're going to
maybe
be
1,000
impressed.
people watching
All
the podcast.
right,
so,
ready?
Yeah,
التحقت بالقوات البحرية في 2015. That's it.
it's a
What'd you
lot
say?
of guttural.
It's in 2015 I joined the Navy, and the sentence structure is so different too. It's not
Really?
in 2015 I joined the Navy. I basically said I joined. Actually, verb wise, I go joined the Navy in 2015,
Interesting.
and so it's
just
very
different.
interesting.
Say
language.
2015 again.
2015.
It's very
Yeah. Oh, and the first
Like
few
the
weeks,
back of
all of our throats were
so
hurting because we were and
Was
and
there a
all
lot
that.
That's what my daughter sounds like with her expander right now.
A
She
what?
gets food stuck above it, and she's like,
With her what?
Her expander.
Her expander. She
Sonny.
walks around the house.
Leave,
I'm like, gross.
leave Sonny alone.
I'll tell her to start learning
So
Arabic.
was there a lot of spitting at first?
Not really
Like,
spitting, but
I
it was
give me
just
like I feel like I'm spitting.
the noises are just not noises we make in English, the English language. So it was it just took a long time. And
Yeah.
even now, there are a lot of noises that you don't necessarily still say. Like they can recognize that you're not saying it because you're
Mhm.
non-native.
Yeah.
All right. So what made you say, okay, I no longer can
Jump
speak
from
Arabic
that to
to
nursing.
nursing? What was that like? How did that? Those are
That
two
seems
very
like-
different paths.
Oh yeah, they are. It was a really hard decision. I really enjoyed my old job and I was very good at it. Tooting my own horn.
And I love it though.
But
You should.
I was pretty good at it, and I was on a small team of about 8 people, and I was very integral in that team. But at that time, the government was doing some things, and contractors were kind of getting let go out of nowhere. They're saying you have 2 weeks. People, it didn't matter. The merit did not matter.
Interesting.
So people who had been there for 2 months might have gotten let go. People who had been there for 15 years they were told, "Oh, you have 2
We're
weeks.
done."
Figure it out."
That sounds familiar.
That was very scary, and I wanted to make my own decision to
Yeah.
leave on my own terms rather than be told, "Oh, you have 2 weeks. Go figure something out."
Sure.
So I was very interested in some medical field in some way. I thought I wanted to go to dental school, because I really like teeth. I love dentists, all that.
It's my
But
biggest fear.
I realized that
She has a
like teeth.
Mm.
dentist is very hard for
I love
her.
dentists.
It's so
Mm-mm.
hard.
It's like
she
if I
needs
could go every
propofol
week-
sometimes.
Seriously.
Really?
Like, just sedate me to get a cleaning. It's the worst.
Are you just nervous or does it hurt or what?
It's like the anxiety of it. Yeah.
I love it.
I'm not
like,
making fun of her. I
I'm
mean,
like this the whole time.
I could do it all
And
day.
they're like, "Are you
every
okay?"
day.
I'm like, "Just finish, please."
my brother's a dentist, so you
Mm-mm.
know,
Nope.
So I consider going
I
dental
grew
school,
up with it.
but then I kind of realized, one, it's a lot of schooling.
Mm-hmm.
Two, just like with medical school, the chances of you being located at the facility you want to be located at
Yeah, yeah,
is
that's
not
few
very
and far
high. And my life is here. I'm stuck here. So there was no.
You're not stuck.
No, I'm stuck here. My husband works.
Oh,
Not stuck in a bad way.
okay.
But like
No.
your roots are
My
here.
roots are here.
You want to be here,
Better.
own-
and you
I own
wanted
my
to
house.
have the
Yeah.
decision. Like you wanted to make that choice.
Yeah.
So if I had tried dental school, the chances of me going at the dental college in Georgia would have been low. I was thinking, and nursing was also in that. I was trying to figure out between nursing and dental school. My mom's a nurse, so that did play.
Okay, there's
That's
a
cool.
connection. There's
That
a
did play
connection.
a role in it.
I haven't met her yet. She hasn't come to
No,
any.
you'll meet her at. Well, she doesn't. live here.
Penning.
Is she coming to graduation?
Yay! I
She-
cannot wait.
Does she accept hugs? We'll hug her.
Yeah, she will.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Where was I going with that?
I mean, it's Christian.
Yeah, I mean,
It's literally my mom is literally me, but
Yeah.
in mom form.
That's why we couldn't get him this summer because his mom came in.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I love that. I
Love
love
yeah, I love that relationship.
So-
Mom's a nurse.
Mom's
It was
a nurse.
you were kind of you knew that life.
Yeah, and I also wanted a secure job.
What kind of
Sure.
nurse was she?
So when I was younger, I don't know what she did. At one point,
That's
she
kind
did
of like how nurses
one
roll.
point she did scheduling. At one point, she worked in like I think like PCU type place.
Yeah.
And then most recently though, she worked for the VA. So working in endoscopy.
Mm.
She did that for a while, and then she now works at a. She got her job recently at a facility where they do like bladder slings and
Oh,
surgeries
interesting.
like that.
Cool.
I need that.
I don't know if it's necessarily
I'm ready for a bladder
I don't know
sling.
if it's necessarily like a OBGYN facility or office, but it's something like
It's
that.
probably
More like a
urologist.
women's
That's who
surgery.
Yeah,
does.
urology.
That's who does bladder springs.
Springs.
That's who does bladder slings. Okay,
Yeah, so that's where she works right now.
Cool.
that's awesome.
The next question I'm excited about. So, Christian, outside of nursing school and all of the hurdles that it gives you, what do you do with your free time? What are
Oh,
your
I know this.
hobbies?
Can I answer? Can I answer?
No,
Can I answer?
let him
You
answer.
can you can try. Let's hear it. What do you think?
I know what she's gonna say. She's
He
gonna say sourdough.
She makes the most amazing sourdough ever. I think I've even had a conversation about
Yeah, we've
him
talked about you actually.
bringing
Yeah, in one of the previous
Uh-huh.
episodes.
We talked about
sourdough
you.
starters.
Yeah.
It was a large conversation, and I'm like, what's happening with everybody showing up with their?
Did sourdough
Okay,
nowadays.
I'm not gonna lie. I
Oh,
tried.
and you all it's because you saw me at the store.
Yeah, I did.
Yes, that's what.
Yes,
And he's
Okay.
like, got his arms full of flour.
Okay, so I tried. I tried, Christian.
It's too much. Don't do it.
It was. It turned
Buy
into
bread.
something I didn't even recognize.
Just buy it.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
easier.
Well, I wanted to put it in my
It's
quick
cheaper,
pot.
yes.
I wanted to put it.
No one talks about the dark side of sourdough.
Mhm.
It's expensive.
That's a
and
full life.
time consuming. If you were late by 3 hours, you're up till 4 a.m. trying to do your bulk fermentation or whatever it is, and
It's too scientific for
Stop continuing to speak Arabic.
Yeah,
Christian.
me.
so I don't really cook all that often. Nursing school has me
Yeah, full time.
this semester has been ridiculous. I don't even recognize myself.
Okay, who told you? Who prepared you for that though? Who tried to prepare you for
But
that?
you can't prepare us. For it.
Yeah, you can hear it
No
all day long,
amount
but
of
no one, you
preparation.
don't believe it.
Okay, I feel like I did a pretty decent job telling you.
But until you're in it, it's
Yeah. It's a
when you're
different-
doing clinical for 12 hours Sunday, clinical 12 hours Monday, work. I'm also working. Well, not that much, but I'm still working. 4
Yeah.
hours Tuesday morning, class Tuesday afternoon, class Wednesday morning and afternoon, work Thursday morning. Technically, I have Friday off and Saturday off, but I don't because
Yeah.
I'm recovering from that week.
Uh-huh.
I'm also trying to live up my life, my personal life,
Mhm.
and I'm trying to study and do my schoolwork.
Yep.
Not to mention all the ATIs we have to do.
Uh-huh. Those
that's
ATIs.
hard.
Did you keep a binder?
I do have a binder. I do have a binder for my old stuff.
Good.
Now,
That was a hard
has it
lesson. I-
helped? Not helped a ton because the content. I'm getting stuff wrong that I didn't get wrong the first time. So it's not really helping that much.
Nah, gotcha.
But I just power through.
Well, those remediations must work then if you did them the first time and then you got it right.
Only one of my actually this is kind of funny. Only one of my ATIs I've done worse on now than I did the first time, and
Was
that
it women's
was
health?
women's health.
Oh my gosh.
You don't want to do it.
I don't mind. I enjoyed it. The
All right.
content is you learn it that time, and you're not really exposed with it often outside of that.
That's true.
So whereas all the other med surg things and fundamentals, it's everything. Your every day is reiterating what you learned. Maternal health, we learned it one time, and you may encounter it occasionally at work, but not really that often.
What about
that makes sense.
peds?
We take pizza next week,
Okay.
and I think I'll do pretty well on it because
Yeah, but
so
So-
in my free time, I
Okay.
like to take care of my plants, which they've been suffering this semester
Aw, you
because I don't have energy to do that. I've got 3 dogs.
you are reaching that next stage in your life, though, Christian. I'm
You're-
sorry. I'm just kidding.
However, you are about to like embark on the next journey. You're so close. You're
I know.
So close.
So we're gonna bring you back next.
Yeah.
Maybe not in the spring, but next fall, so you can
once you
tell
settle.
us how you transition from now to
Yeah.
you'll be in the
Mhm.
working pro. So we need
That'll
to
be fun.
make sure you write that down.
That'll be fun.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, so the whole point of this is to talk about level 7. We haven't talked about level 7. So tell us
Yeah.
what were the hardest and the easiest parts of level 7?
Without naming names, since I don't want my name.
I will say one of the hardest things was cardiac, which you knew, but
In peds? Wait.
impedes.
okay,
Impedes,
peds.
sorry. Yes, cardiac impedes. But I will say I learned enough while we're doing cardiac to be able to recognize in clinical. Do you remember when we were in clinical?
Oh my God. I'm going to brag on you for a second.
Go ahead.
So we had just had our the anomaly lecture, or
Yes,
was it
it was
before?
the anomaly lecture.
Okay, so we had just had that on Monday, and we were in clinical on Friday. And your patient wasn't even he was there for some other reason, but, they come up and I
Yeah.
go, "No, tell me why, dig harder into the chart."
Meningitis wipes there.
That's right. So, he started digging and he found an echo, and he found that this kid had all of these, like, it was not just
He had
one.
ASD and
He had some stenosis somewhere too.
it was ASD and a regurg.
That's it.
Nice.
Yeah.
You caught the yeah, because we saw it. We actually opened up the and we could
And
see the
watched it.
blood flow. So he
That's
like,
cool.
it was like one of those like, "Oh my god, I love what I do. This is what I do." And so I ran upstairs and got the clinical group upstairs, and I made Christian teach everybody. Like, he
That's so
showed it.
cool.
He
It was,
just
like, picture perfect for
it
these 2
was
Yeah, but
conditions, though.
still
phenomenal.
to see
It
it.
was one of those, like, didactic and lecture
And it just
clinical
clicks.
just
Yeah.
Love
beautifully.
it.
And then he did it. He
Don't you
taught
wish
it.
that could be the case every single
Well,
day?
but it takes the person too, like, I try to dig and do what I try to find those things. If I
Wow.
know that my patient has this condition, I like to go in their chart and see, can I see where things are is it anything I've learned before?
Yes.
And I think that was one of the coolest moments last semester, and then also that I know kind of got off topic of the
That's okay.
but
The
then
end.
I got to sing with that little girl.
Okay, I'm gonna brag
I've
on him.
heard about this.
He had not I hadn't seen him in a while. And when I have students like this, they
Yeah.
go. And I'm like, "Okay, where anybody seen
Where's
Christian?
Christian?
Christian?" And then he comes up walking in the hall holding a hand of this little girl. And he goes, "Okay." And we're all standing waiting, I think going to lunch or getting ready for a
I think I
debriefing.
had mentioned to the nurses, "Can I bring her out here for a little concert?"
Yes, and so they were sitting there, and so we walked out, and we were like, "What's going on?" And they were like, "We're just waiting for your student." I'm like, "Oh,
Oh,
oh
okay.
Lord, okay."
Oh
And he
gosh.
comes walking down the hall, he gets a chair, and he sits down next to her, and literally they sing the most beautiful little like, we were all in tears, tears, I tell you.
I love that.
But the joy that it gave every single person in that room at that
Mhm.
station, like, you could even visitors walking down the hall
They're like, "Whoa."
stop. It was the most beautiful like, I wish I could clone you. But, that's the thing, though. You immersed yourself into that experience, whether you wanted to do peds or not.
Mhm.
And that was just a
That's
phenomenal
huge.
experience. It was so awesome. Wish
And
I
it
could
it was really important to me too because she was not feeling well that day. She hadn't been able to keep any food down for such a long time, not feeling good. She was feverish. But
That's
the
so
one thing
therapeutic.
was we were in a room, that's when we started, we were in the room, and I was like, "Do you like any music?" And she said, "I love music," and we started talking about it, and then she's like, "I'll show you," and she started singing. I said she said, "Do you think you could have your friends, like, my classmates come in?"
Yeah.
I was like, "I think I can do one better." And so I went to the nurse station, asked if we could go out there, and she loved it. She loved
I
it.
love that. And she
and
probably ate that night. I
Yeah.
mean, that's just so
and
Yeah.
therapeutic. That
mom's
mom.
face was priceless.
Yeah.
He
Her heart
wa
was probably exploding.
because she's been seeing her child suffer, and then she
Mhm.
sees this magical moment with how
I love
the
that.
difference a student can make, and you guys don't recognize that on yourselves in yourselves enough that you guys make a difference. We say all the time, this is what we do. Every day we go to work. This is our norm. But we don't often step back, which you did, step back and say, "Well, this is a normal day for us, but this is probably one of the worst days
Mhm.
for the
Mhm.
patient." And what you did was just phenomenal.
That's
Just
beautiful.
phenomenal.
But back to
Yeah,
what was
sorry.
hard or easy about level 7. Eh, I mean, it was definitely not a breeze in any way. I did struggle in peds.
Mhm.
I think because of the conditions are similar to the conditions that adults have, but they present differently a lot of time.
Yeah.
And you have a larger variety. So, for example, all the respiratory illnesses we have in children, you have a lot more. There's a larger variety of them
Mhm.
than there are in adults.
Well, you have
Adults,
growth and development issues that go along with it
yes.
Yeah.
too.
And I think that the growth and development was difficult too.
It is.
It, on the adult side, we don't learn at
Changes.
21 years old, your
Yeah.
brain does this, or you should be able to do this thing.
So
But then at 30, yeah, it's
you
Yeah.
not
have
like
like
that.
a page book, and you're essentially learning med surg 1, med surg 2, or combining med surg 1, med surg 2, and physical assessment in one semester for 5 different age level groups.
Yes, and
Mhm.
the
That's what it
developmental
is.
milestones were hard too because, like we just said,
Freaking blocks.
every adult is so different too. There aren't reflexes that they have that they should
Mhm.
have. It's not the same.
Yeah.
And the children,
It
you
might
have
be opposite or like,
it's
you're just like,
opposite.
ah.
Does the Babinski go away, Christian?
I don't know what goes away. I know adults shouldn't have it, and if they do, it's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but that was, I think, honestly, the milestones was probably the most difficult thing because it wasn't a learn it one time, dump it. It was
Mhm.
learn it one time, keep it every single test because what you're
Build.
learning
It's
each
always
chapter.
cumulative.
Yeah,
It's
it's cumulative.
always cumulative.
Mhm.
That was cumulative, but something like the respiratory, you learn about respiratory, and then you're probably not gonna be tested on it too much in the future, like, unless you have a final on it.
Mhm.
But
Growth
the
and
development
development's
is everywhere.
always
Yeah.
included.
And I notice it working in, well, not working, but having my peds clinical and working in the PCU or PICU as a farm practicum, that you really can recognize those, um, when those things are missing,
Mhm.
when they're supposed to be
Yeah.
there and they're not there. It actually is
That
kind of
makes me
it
so
benefits
proud.
makes me feel good because I actually learned something
Yeah.
when I thought at the time I wasn't necessarily learning something. But then you go and put it in practice and you're like, "I actually did learn."
Holy cow, school worked.
Yeah. And
Whoa.
my degree is
That's
actually
cool.
it's
So
And I'm
I have a
not
degree.
question.
speaking Arabic.
Yeah. Oh, well, actually, I have spoken Arabic
Oh, dear God.
Oh my gosh, I love
in
it.
2 instances,
See?
clinical. Yeah, for community clinical. I
Oh,
was
cool.
at,
Oh, that's
rural health.
right.
I was at rural health,
That's right.
and we had a patient who I mean, the patient spoke mostly Arabic, and then her daughter spoke Arabic and English, but they were talking, and
Overheard.
I had to get my confidence up. I had to start
I got this.
Didn't
I
you
got
my heart
catch
this.
rate racing.
something?
No, not
Uh,
but I kind of just was saying, "Oh, is there any pain in your stomach?" in Arabic, speaking to her, and she looked at me. It was like, "What is this person doing
very
speaking
clinically
Arabic?"
really not
Like,
Arabic.
demographically, this person
Yeah.
did not speak my language. And then I did, and it was really cool. We spoke a little bit, and obviously I wasn't translating in any official capacity,
Right.
but it was just kind of cool being able to have a conversation with them. And
Yeah. I bet that was reassuring to the patient.
Yeah.
Like, that's comforting.
someone's in their
to
corner.
someone. Yeah. When normally they're used to just anxiety going to a doctor,
yeah,
probably feeling frustrated
It's
when
a
they
rural
leave.
health too. It's a rural health is the Clyburn Center where it's there for our underserved patient population. You know that.
Mm.
Well, why am I telling you?
I don't know.
that?
You were looking at
Never
me, so
mind.
maybe she's addressing everybody, so I'm just going to sit here and listen.
the way you were looking was like, I don't know what that is.
No, I was just letting you go because I was like,
I was
she's
reading the room.
explaining it for the viewers. I'll just sit here. But I totally know what that is.
I mean, peds was definitely the struggle for last semester.
Yeah.
but
I had to retake peds
I
when I went through the program.
I was pretty close to having
Yeah.
to retake it.
Oh, stop it.
I had like an 81
Oh,
or 82.
please.
That was the most, that and MedSurg 2 are the 2 classes I was most nervous about failing, and I
Mhm.
almost failed both of them.
Really?
But
Yeah.
you didn't.
I didn't.
So that's what matters.
So I have a question from like faculty to student. Students every semester before that first test, what should I study?
Yeah.
And I want to bang my head against a wall, honestly. Sorry, students that have asked me this in reverse. But I want to bang my head against the wall because I'm like, I just spent several weeks teaching you, lecturing.
We're gonna
We
test on
have
that.
assignments. I know.
Yeah.
But I mean, it gets to the point, Christian, where they're like, yeah, but what chapters?
No,
And I'm like,
I-
the ones we just learned about.
I will say, and this will probably, irritate some people. I don't like those types of questions. They make me uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
They make me uncomfortable when students ask that specific of questions.
Sure.
I want, if a student's going
Me
to ask
too.
a question about a content on a test, they
Yeah.
should say, should we focus on art lines for this test?
Sure.
If the instructor says yes, I'm not
Yeah.
going to start asking questions like, oh, well, where does the level of the art line need to be?
Yeah.
Should I focus on that?
Yeah.
Because it makes me uncomfortable because
Yeah.
it affects the integrity of the instructor,
Yeah, that's a good way to
which
put it.
is
Yeah.
not which is I don't want to put anyone in that position to make them feel like they are losing their not integrity is the right word, but
Compromising.
compromise their integrity as
Yeah.
an instructor, because that relationship between instructor and student, we have a relationship, but that
There's a
I'm not going to put
line.
anyone at
Yeah, we have a
risk.
job, and
Yeah.
you
There's
have a
a
job.
line.
And if
Yeah.
you start telling me this is the thing you need to study on the test, word for word,
Mm-hmm.
that's where I start
That
getting a
defeats
little
the
bit
purpose.
uncomfortable because you also aren't learning then.
Yeah.
You're memorizing that one thing.
Mhm.
And we
Which-
have already discussed the second you enter nursing school is the time when you stop memorizing
And you apply.
start.
Yeah.
I love having a
Mhm.
student finish that
So-
sentence for me.
What recommendations do you give for students that are maybe earlier in the program that hasn't clicked yet? What resources or how do you yourself engage into the material, whether it's a book or, whatever? What recommendations would you give them?
I will say, for the most part, I tried bogging myself down with reading the books too much at first. The books have a role,
Yeah.
and if you don't know something, look in the book because that's where you're going to get it word for word what you need.
Yeah.
But don't try reading if your chapter is 30 pages and you have 5 chapters to read. You're not doing yourself any justice by reading
Yeah.
that whole thing. You're just wasting your time. But I think the important thing is starting out level 4 sets you up, if you do it right, to really not ride out the semesters. But if
Yeah.
you learn from the level 4 that I need to take this condition or whatever it is, you're talking about diabetes,
Mm-hmm.
you need to really break it down and draw it out. And I'm like a color coding person. So level 4 for sure, I was color everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not intentionally putting a color out for a thing. If I think of like norepinephrine, I think of it orange. I don't know why. I just do.
I
She
love
thinks
that.
of a lampshade, so it's fine.
Oh my God.
So every time
She's holding a grudge right now.
On our test, you gotta watch our test taking strategies episode. That's how she learned to study. She puts sticky notes
yes,
on
yes.
objects all through her bedroom. So when she thinks of a certain thing, it might be a lampshade.
It's the association.
You associate. Thank you,
when I learned-
Christian.
back to Arabic, when I learned Arabic in my my barracks room, I had in Arabic the thing like on a refrigerator
Uh-huh.
or on a light switch.
Yes.
I had it in Arabic. So
Okay.
every time I went to open it or touch
You
it,
saw
I
it.
saw it and said it. It is not going to be easy when you first get into the program learning what works for you because some people are flashcard people. Absolutely
Yes.
not a flashcard person.
Yeah.
It does not work for me. I have to really learn the thing, apply it in some way, which is why I didn't necessarily draw it like a human body, but if I was talking about the like RAS, which
Mhm.
everyone hates,
Mhm.
I would draw it out step by
Hard to
step,
draw.
write out what's happening, a little picture. So I think that starting out in the program, trialing out a few different ways to study, try your flashcards the first couple weeks while you're just not into the thick of it yet.
Figuring it out.
When you
Yeah.
learn the basics of fundamentals. And then if that's not working, don't try and make it work. Change what
Yes.
you're doing.
Yep.
If like what we were saying, for me colors really works. Some people colors doesn't work, and I can't force that on anybody. So then, like for my current study partner, she doesn't really do colors,
Mhm.
and so I have to figure out what works for her.
Mhm.
And a lot of that is writing it out over and over again. Not
Mhm.
like writing pages and pages, but for the developmental stuff for children, we wrote out 0 to 3 months, 4 to 6 months, or whatever.
You did my chart.
We had to.
You did my
We
chart.
had to, and it worked
Yeah.
very well.
I gave him a chart.
We had to. And I just think that figuring out how you're going to study right away works very well to get you through the first part of the program. Now, once you start getting into different schedules, like this semester,
Yeah.
my clinical or my study partner and I, we have completely different schedules.
You can't study together.
We literally can't. So all we can do is maybe touch base here and there, say, is there anything that you're struggling with?
Uh-huh.
Anything that I'm struggling with? Can we meet up for an hour maybe to talk about it? Because our time is so full of everything right now.
Yeah.
So your study habits from level 4 are going to help you get through the program, but they're not necessarily going to be
Translatable for
for every
level.
class. Every class
Yeah.
too.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. So, what did you hear, like talk of the talk, going into level 7 versus what was reality?
That's a good question.
I definitely heard that PEDS is going to run you through it.
And that was true.
It did,
Mhm.
but it was not as bad as everyone made it seem. Everyone made it seem that it was going to be the class that got you. And yes, I did poorly a couple of times, but it wasn't as bad as I
You
thought.
survived.
I
Yeah.
survived. And I think a lot of it was also if I had questions, figuring out through my instructor, can you just explain it again? Explain it again. Explain it again. And where I may not understand something, a classmate might.
Yeah.
And go to them and say, hey,
He
what-
can
Now you give me your version of it. Yeah. See if it clicks.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, so I would definitely say it was not as bad as everyone said it was going to be, but that does not mean it was easy.
Mhm.
Also, don't sleep on ethics, and don't ethics for us was different because I think they took away the tests. For our semester, we were the first,
Well, I heard tests were open book anyway, so.
Oh, yeah, but that doesn't mean if you don't know how to use open book,
Yeah, true.
then you don't know how to test.
Yeah, but what
For-
did I
for-
say at the beginning of the semester as far as projects and stuff at the very
Oh,
beginning?
get ahead of yes. That was 100% the
Mhm.
best advice we could have gotten because level 7, we had community, and that community PowerPoint was like 30-something slides,
Mhm.
and not just a slide with 2 words. It was like a paper
Yeah,
in
with the
slide form.
notes. So what did I tell you? What was the advice to do what for the rest of your projects?
Oh, I was
Get
gi
everything
gi given
done.
last semester was the first semester I did do that, where I
You
was
got
getting them
ahead.
early.
Because we
Towards the end, I was one of the ones one of the handful of us who had it done.
and
that
was
felt
not
good.
nearly
was
as
the best.
stressed.
Especially because the end part of next semester or level 7 was just a lot. It's very busy.
So
Yeah,
get it
I
done,
especially
people.
yeah.
I mean, I would I used to see it every semester right before Thanksgiving, like just the sheer anxiety.
Yeah.
And so I always say at the very beginning, what you can get done now, get it done because the last part of that semester is insane.
Yeah.
I definitely agree.
I love to hear that you agree with me that. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank-
getting ahead on your projects was the key to success.
So so now that you've been through it, is it as bad as what people said?
Level 7, no.
Okay.
Level
Good.
8,
Yeah, it's true.
it's not the content isn't it is built on what we've already learned.
It sounds like it's the time.
It's the time management.
It is a
I
time
have never
management.
in my life, I've never felt this that time I have no I mean, this time restricted all the
Kind of
time.
drowning.
Yeah, I have it's every minute you think you're caught up, and then you are caught up for that minute, but
Mhm.
then you think, "Oh, shoot. Tomorrow I'm about to be not caught
Yeah.
up again, and I'm gonna have to spend the next 3 days getting back caught up."
Mhm.
I feel that.
Yeah.
That's one reason I love my online course is they have freedom to get ahead or wait to the last second, depending on their schedule. Because I have students at every level. I don't know. I can't adjust based off of everybody's schedule. So I find it fascinating how many students work ahead versus how many wait till the last second.
I'm a
Online course for
procrastinator.
what?
Nutrition.
Oh, yeah, I
They
didn't
have
know.
nursing.
It's one of the electives.
Oh, I would have that thing knocked out.
I know.
In
That
1
would
week.
be me. And there's a handful. And everybody waits till the
Yeah.
last second. And I just find that fascinating. I
I-
really thought I was kind of
I
throwing
strive
everybody a
up.
bone by releasing several weeks at a time. And I mean, to each his own. It's totally cool.
I
they get it
thrive
done.
off procrastination.
I am very successful at working under pressure, but the anxiety of if I had a project due at the end of the semester, if I wait the entire semester,
Mhm.
that little level, the basal level of anxiety I have is going to be so high.
Basal
You
level.
can't
I love that he
focus.
says that.
Well, I was telling to my classmates this semester, my basal level of anxiety has been so high just all the time.
Elevated like a newborn baby right
Yeah.
now.
It's getting better. It's
Yeah.
starting now that I'm getting into the
Yeah.
Okay, so this is
Yeah.
a perfect segue. What are you using to manage your time with then?
This is the first semester I've successfully been able to use a planner. I'm not a planner person. I do not like online calendars because they stress me out, and I
Mhm.
also don't like having online stuff and
And paper.
and
Yeah.
paper.
Yeah.
Too
Mm,
much.
Absolutely not. First semester, I tried printing stuff off, and then I would also have my online component of the class.
Then it's
No.
some things are here, some things are there.
Renee told me you got to color code it, but then the planner in general, I've never been a planner person.
Yeah.
But I had to this semester. It's been really good for me because I can take it day by day and not get
Mhm.
too overwhelmed. But then also making really, really broken down to-do lists to the
Yeah.
point
Yeah,
where
step
it's
by
like
step.
something even
too.
simple like wash the dogs
Yeah.
in my to-do list, because the more things I can do that show I've done some stuff for the day, even if it's a simple thing like put my dish in the dishwasher,
Yeah.
something super simple,
I was just saying this the other, I literally
Feels good to
schedule
cross it off.
feels
like
so good.
this time of day I'm studying for this class. This time of day I'm doing this. I'm having lunch at this
Mhm.
time because I am notorious for not eating.
I just forget.
Thank
You
you.
get too busy.
See, I'm not
And then
the
by the
only
time you
one.
realize you're like, oh, it's too close to dinner.
Yes.
No, then I forget dinner
I don't forget dinner.
because I'm so
I eat.
tired,
That's
and
why
then
I'm
I get
twice your
caught
size.
up.
I'm
I'll go for
legitimately
like
twice
3
your
days and
size.
go, holy crap! I haven't had anything to eat in a couple days.
I don't feel
I
quite that
already need
way.
to eat. I already need to eat.
We'll keep an eye on her. It's okay.
But and I'm the kind of person who, if I only have one thing for that day, it's very hard for me to do things beforehand. So if I have an appointment like today, I was thankful I had that interview this morning because it forced me to kinda get up, do some stuff before this. Otherwise, I would've done nothing.
Why is that? I'm like that.
I know.
And I'm like, "Ooh, I don't wanna be late to this thing. I've already got it." Like, my day revolves around this.
A 3 o'clock appointment and my day is ruined.
Yeah,
I
I'm
could
like, "I
spend all
gotta."
morning doing schoolwork, but I just
Mhm.
until I get into it, it's very hard for me to do.
Okay.
It stresses me out, yeah.
So, both of you know I'm not a morning person, right? I know
Mhm.
you do.
You're 10 to 2.
Dang! May have said that a couple of times.
Maybe once or
Maybe. Okay, with having to do so much, like take Will to school, because I
Mhm.
mean, Claire's been like, she's been in your world. She's been in her level 8 for the
Dying.
last 5 weeks. It's been a lot of juggling, little dude. And so he has to be at school a lot earlier now. Like he has to be there at 7:30. And I don't like it. I hated clinical.
That's too
So it's making me get up and actually be here
Get
before
going.
stuff. And I agree with both of you on that. I just said that to a student. And also, she was having trouble figuring out how to study for a class. She like this
Did you look
particular
at me because it was my class?
no, it was the PowerPoints were so long, she said she felt like.
Uh,
So I said, "Here, let me show you how to do this." So we
Put
uploaded
in chat.
and
mhm,
chat and said, "Make me a study guide." And
mhm.
she was like,
Woo!
I will say some.
It's
So I started using chat to do that type of things
Mhm.
probably level 6. I feel like it really started exploding at that point.
Yes.
I think we had this
L
conversation in
last
clinical
Yeah.
at
L
one point too.
and honestly, it's a really great tool. The only thing is you have to be careful because some instructors, it's a lot more on what they say, because what they say is if they're gonna come up with it in their lectures off the top of their head, those are kinds of questions that they're gonna ask on the test because that's
Yeah.
the content they know
That's
really
what they're
well.
looking for, yeah.
Yes. So, if you just throw your PowerPoint in with no commentary in it, you're not gonna get the detailed, information you need.
That's good advice.
But
Now
I also did tell her to take her study guide and
Compare it.
record the lectures
yes.
and go back, and if
Add to
the
it.
PowerPoint's too much for you, take your study guide and listen
That's a good
again.
idea.
Well, I learned a new tool recently that
Oh,
Renee showed me. I cannot remember the name of it. I'll have to get back to you on that. But so she records the whole lecture.
Mhm.
Um,
Is it
uh,
Notebook LM?
it's not Notebook LM.
Okay.
I like Notebook LM to a point, but this
Mhm.
one, it basically takes the entire transcript of what you had,
Mhm.
and it's really accurate too. It's not
it
because
makes notes for you.
some of them they'll take the whole transcript and then they'll kind of skip stuff out,
Mhm.
skip things. Whatever she's using, she puts a whole transcript in there, even if it's 2 hours long, and then it'll come up with an
Where does she get the
entire
transcript from?
because she
She
records it,
records it on her phone and then
and
puts
then
the recording into this, whatever
yes,
he's
Okay,
using.
gotcha,
and
gotcha,
it's really
gotcha.
accurate. It doesn't miss words like some of them do.
But it, like, outlines it, or is it just direct quotes?
It is it outlines the whole thing, but
Okay.
also we've looked at it several times this semester, and it is
Spot on.
there's nothing inaccurate. It's completely accurate. We'll go to sometimes you'll think, "Oh, is that really what they said?" You go to the recording, it's exactly what they said,
Right.
Oh, I
and
wanna see
Yeah,
this.
you
I mean,
gotta you
yeah,
Yeah,
gotta tell
find
and
us.
find out.
it
We
also
wanna
does
see
it
it.
in a presentable way. It's very long, but
Organized.
presentable and organized. It'll be like bold topic and then
Ooh, I like
some points
that.
on it.
And that's the right way to use AI.
Yeah.
Yes, because then
Yeah.
it's like you're not sitting there bogging yourself down, listening to a 3 hour recorded lecture 3 times just to
Mhm.
hopefully get some of the content.
Yeah.
Instead, you're visualizing it while also having heard it once, and then you could follow along with the recording if you wanted to and go
I
down the
wonder
list.
if whatever y'all are using tool also would put it into a podcast
Mm,
Some of them I
some of
would
them
say what
do.
I would do is I would do this one first, get the whole content,
and get
and
kind
then
of
then
some
put it in Notebook
knowledge.
LM. Because if
Good
you put
idea.
that big transcript in Note or the big study guide, if you will,
Outline, kinda.
as the product makes, put that into Notebook LM, do the podcast. If you do just the record lecture by itself,
You might miss
it
stuff.
misses stuff. Yeah,
Okay, so all
Interesting.
right, so let us know what that is so we
I
can
will.
let our
Everybody knows.
few listeners know
Yeah.
at this point right now.
It's just one more way that I think people haven't had a chance to know if that's a way that they can learn because they've
Mhm.
never used it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't work for everybody, but if it works for you,
Right, if that clicks with you,
Okay,
so
so
be it.
you're talking about a lot of resources that you're using to help you study. So you use your peers, use outside resources. What about internal? Like, have you gone to any past classes, gone to the math lab,
You
gone
can say
to
no. It's okay.
it's fine.
no, I don't use any of the resources that the school gives me. I barely use my own self as a resource sometimes. I'm not joking. This semester, you're so tired.
Yeah.
If
What
unless
about in level 7, though?
in level 7, yeah, I forgot we're talking about level 7. Level 7, um, I did well, I mean, I mostly used AI stuff to help with that, to help study for those
To, like,
things.
organize your
Yeah,
thoughts.
and with, peds, I would definitely put those PowerPoints, and you always can add extra information in there too, so, like, if I take notes, I can submit that in addition to my
Mhm.
peds lecture or
PowerPoints.
PowerPoints,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
it'll make a little study guide, but it wasn't as accurate as what I'm now seeing with Renee's
Cool.
stuff.
Right, Renee.
Renee, you need to tell us.
Yeah,
All
Renee
right,
need
so your aha moment in 7 was?
Where you felt like, "I got this.
Yeah.
Everything's working out. It's paying off."
it took until level 7 to feel completely comfortable with patients. Like, I walk into a room and my heart's not racing, I'm not getting
Yeah.
sweaty, I walk in the room, introduce myself, and
Confident.
I have a lot of confidence starting level 7, I
I think
think.
that's huge for our
That
students to
is.
hear because I feel like they expect that to happen naturally from day 1, and I'm like, "No, no, no." Like, we start you and progress you through the program the way that we do for a reason and a purpose, and I think that's good to hear. I mean, that sounds like I think some people would think that sounds super late,
It
and I think that's totally appropriate.
I feel like with the adults on Methods 2 for level 6, I was definitely getting there, but it's you never know where you're going to get
Mhm.
you never know what you're getting yourself into with an
Yeah.
adult. Not with kids either, but with adults, you really don't know. I think we were talking
Yeah.
about this before.
It gives you some
Adults can be
anxiety.
a lot, and you have to really hype yourself up to expose yourself to
Yeah,
that. With the
to take
kids
that on.
with the kids, I my first shift, last semester, I was had to hype myself up and whatever, and then after that first shift, I was very comfortable. I'd walk into other patients' rooms, see if they need anything,
Help your
help out.
peers. He helped us. He was
Yeah,
such a good
I
at
definitely
helping
think that
everybody.
the biggest thing was my confidence was really solidified last
So
semester.
That's
you're
good.
basically saying it's a journey,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah,
felt
Give
like at
yourself
that
grace.
that at level 7, you kind of felt confident in that aspect of this journey.
and yes, and I think that you guys knowing me, I'm pretty outgoing. I'm an introvert
Well,
at heart.
I didn't, but I did once
Well,
I
see,
had him in
but
7.
you saw that's what I'm saying, you saw, like, the kind of introverted, not as outgoing part of me,
Yes.
but I think that someone like, I was very even though I'm very outgoing, I was very uncomfortable going to clinicals the first couple semesters
Sure.
because you're just not used to it. You're not
It's
used to
awkward.
it's awkward. You
Mhm.
are there serving these people in a way that you've never had to before, and I think that going into peds, I think it was really the whatever that idiom is,
Yeah, whatever that idiom
the
is.
nail in the coffin in a good
Yeah,
way.
in a good way. Yeah, the
And
straw
see,
that broke the camel's back.
A nail in the coffin of my discomfort.
There you go.
good. But see, a lot of students, the pediatric population, just increases that anxiety.
Well, I think a lot of that is the parents because you don't know this is their baby
Mhm.
or their
A
younger,
lot of
there's
responsibility.
a lot of responsibility. And
And they're there.
if your kid is not a chronically ill kid and your kid's there for an acute illness, you're not used to being in the hospital. Your kid's not used to being in the hospital.
Right.
We are not as students being that used to being in hospital. So we have 3 uncomfortable people trying
And
to
we're all leaning on each other here.
trying to help each other out, make each other feel better. And I think it was like the instance that girl singing that made me feel really good because,
Yeah.
and that was a really eye opening moment that I can be comfortable and I can be uncomfortable, go into a room, and the child can make me feel more comfortable because I just want to make them feel better. And I definitely think that,
So I'm
um,
hearing a lot of communication therapy or therapeutic
yeah, getting
communication.
in and talking to your patient.
Yeah.
I don't care if your patient's 4 years old
Professor
and they
Mooney
barely
would be
talk.
so proud. She'll be so proud.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, there are a lot of a lot of children on those
Mhm.
floors that have psychiatric issues
Mhm.
they're dealing with at that time, and sometimes all they need is truly someone to just talk to.
Yes.
Or be
And
present.
as nursing students, we had that time
Yes.
in our clinicals.
Well, and what I'm hearing too is like the examples that you've given is you trusted your gut. You were yourself, your authentic self
Yes.
Good.
with that
Good.
patient. And that was a good experience for everybody involved.
So,
And I think that's I mean, you're just going to be a tremendous
oh
nurse
my God,
because you have
there's
that
no
ingrained
doubt.
in
We're
you.
going to see your name in a lot of good
Yeah,
stuff
like
in the
journals and
future.
all
Yeah.
that stuff
So,
on
Not the newspaper.
Good
all,
Morning America.
all of these things you said, this was a journey. You learned a little bit of everything from the beginning. But looking back and reflecting in level 4 and now, what's that one thing that you feel like you did that paid off and you continued on? It's a hard question.
It is a hard question, and I also first semester, Saturdays and Sundays, I'll be up at 6 a.m. till 12 o'clock studying. That first semester, I had no free time in a different way than this semester, though.
But
Yeah.
This semester,
why? Why?
He's about to tell us.
because so we had class on, I think we have class Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday we had a lab, Thursday had a lab, and then Friday we had clinical. So you're busy all week.
Mm.
Then Saturday, so
You gotta
where's
study.
your time to
Yeah,
study?
you gotta study.
Saturday 6 a.m., Sunday 6 a.m. It was miserable. It was horrible, but I was filling my time then much differently than now.
Mhm.
Now I'm busy doing my practicum. I'm busy doing being in class, and I think that commitment at first really paid off, because then anything else I have to do, any studying I do now, is less.
It seems minuscule
It is.
compared to that.
Because I used to write. Oh, if you saw my stuff from level 4, it
Please
is.
don't sell it.
No, I don't. No. No.
Christian
It
don't
wouldn't
read
work
it.
either, because it's in colors. It's how my brain works,
Yeah.
not how everyone else's brain works. And I think that solid foundation was the most important thing to get me through to where I am now.
I like that. So solid study
Yes.
foundation. You dedicated time to actually
Yes.
study.
Well,
All
I
right.
think from a instructor perspective, I really enjoy hearing you say that. Not because I want you to stress or let your life pass you by while you're studying. I don't want that for you, but I enjoy hearing you put in the work and seeing it pay off for yourself. I hear so many people say things where it makes me feel like they just want it given to them. And that's not going to work in the long run in nursing. Maybe in other fields.
I think I've never been one of those people who was able to just go to class, not study. I've always had to study
Yeah,
my
me
butt off.
either.
Like with my, I will say that nursing school has not been the most difficult thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
Learning Arabic was. But for some people, this is the most difficult thing that they've ever done. And if you come into this program thinking that you're going to be able to continue your ways of not studying because you were successful in the past, you're
That's not
probably
gonna
wrong.
fly.
And not only that, but all my notes I took in my first semester, I used in my second semester. Always,
That's
I would
cool.
constantly, even in level 6, I would constantly go back to my fundamentals or my farm. No, are we in farm?
Patho.
My patho, and it's like, what is RAS?
Yeah.
What is diabetes insipidus? Like,
Right.
tell me.
Love that.
That way, when I look at those things, it's not learning it again, but it's really re-solidifying
Right.
the stuff I learned the first time. And then, but if you don't take those notes, you have nothing to go back to.
Right. You're just
Again,
digging through
it's
pages again.
cumulative.
Yes,
Nursing school.
You're gonna
it
go back to
is.
your PowerPoints and that if you want to, maybe, but your notes aren't on there, so
Right.
you aren't able to
That's cool.
remember, put yourself back in that mindset and relearn the stuff again, or not relearn the stuff again, but
Don't get it out.
don't dump it.
I hate the question is are the tests all cumulative? Nursing school is
Mhm.
cumulative.
Yeah.
Everything you learn, even in maternity.
I know. I tell them all the time. I'm like, did you learn about diabetes last semester? Yes. Did you learn about hypertension? Yes. Same concepts. Now we're just
Yes.
pregnant.
Exactly. I definitely agree with maternity.
Same concept. You just have a smaller
Like, there
People think
should
all of a
not-
sudden because you are
We're
pregnant.
just applying it to a pregnant person.
Yes, I
What are
agree.
the differences?
Yes. All right. So
Yeah.
you've given us some really good advice. You've given some I feel like a lot of students, not just people
agree. I
entering
agree.
level 7. I think from level 4 up. And I absolutely love that. But so if there's one piece of advice you could give incoming, like someone who just applied, they're waiting to get their acceptance, they get their acceptance and they're starting January. What would you say? What's your biggest piece of advice other than studying 6 a.m. to midnight? So don't
No,
scare
6
them.
a.m. to lunch.
Oh,
Not
okay.
midnight.
That's better.
Yeah, I thought it was like
But
he was
it was
studying
so I could
nursing.
still have my rest of my day
Yeah.
and be able to like function a little bit as a person.
Sure. Yeah.
I'll answer that in 1 second. But for level 7s, upcoming level 7s, don't sleep on community. I almost failed that class too.
Christian.
I mean, I'm a good student, and
Yeah,
I
You
am
are
a good
a very good
student, and
student.
I have
engaged.
So if you struggle, then you
If-
know other people are struggling.
because I slept on community.
Mm-hmm.
If I
No,
had
when you say sleep,
Like
so
what happened in my class.
people slept on maternity thinking,
Mhm.
oh, we'll learn the
Push
thing
class.
and we'll be tested on it.
Mm-hmm.
Community, the tests are difficult, and if you sleep on it and you don't actually try and apply the information you're learning, you have to apply that information you're learning. And if you don't, you are going to do poorly. There's not a single person I don't think that I know in my class at least who took community and said this was easy. And it's not a community. It's not a class you think is going to be difficult because every semester we have a class like that.
Yeah.
We thought it was going to be Gero. Gero was not easy. We
Yeah.
thought it was going to be health assessment. That was not easy
Yeah,
either.
I've been
So
here to
every
help.
semester
Yeah.
has that
Has
class
something.
that you sleep on.
And see, I would think it would have been patho.
No, because patho is extremely straightforward. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about patho. This is what it is. There's nothing outside of it. If it's outside of it, it's not the right answer. Whereas the other classes like Gero, health assessment, community, there's a little bit more room for your own interpretation, which is not the interpretation you should be doing. You should be interpreting it from what you learn in class or what the question is giving you.
Huh.
That I know the answer.
That's good
I'm going to answer your
perspective.
question
That's
too.
good.
Okay.
But don't sleep on health assessment, Gero.
All right. Y'all heard it from the
or-
source.
Awesome.
So for upcoming level 4s, I think that finding somebody to study with, I think that was mentioned probably in one of the other podcasts. Finding someone to study with
Mhm.
and not feeling bad if that doesn't work out.
Yes.
I see. I can't study with somebody else because you know me.
I thought I couldn't. I've always been a self-studier. But if you find the right person who somehow has the same learning style as you, and you both feed off of each other's errors and
Mhm.
your correct components of what you're learning. For me, I unfortunately in level 5, my study partner didn't continue with us in our level 5, so I had to find a new one, and that was hard for me because level 4
You're like,
was
oh gosh. Now what?
level 4. We did so well. We were a great team. We both started doing well in classes. It was a fantastic duo, and then I had to restart that again in level 5, and it wasn't even right at the beginning. So it was like partway through the semester where I had to realize I have to.
Find
I gotta
someone.
find somebody,
You got to find your person.
and I did, thankfully. But yeah, I would say find the person that you're gonna be able to study with if you can study with them,
Mhm.
but also giving yourself some free time. Like
Yeah.
I give myself afternoon. Sometimes I push it till 2 o'clock, but after that time, I was not doing any schoolwork. Now I did a lot of schoolwork, but you can only do so much, and you have to be a person still.
How do you balance that?
Try not to let yourself get even in your free time, like my free time, 12 p.m. to the next day. I would often be stuck on schoolwork in
Your
my
brain's
head.
already in
My
it.
brain
Yeah.
would not let me relax. Continuing on with the things that you usually do, like my plants, which have been struggling this semester because I've been so busy, making sure you're doing things for yourself, staying hydrated.
Yeah. Simple things. No, simple, basic.
I would literally I
Care.
would sit on my patio from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m., not
And you're
drink
just-
anything, not eat anything, because I was just
You
like
do have a fabulous patio there.
in it.
And
do.
what I've seen.
I
it's
do.
great. I mean, it's pretty. I'd be out there all day too, man. I'm just saying, it's gorgeous.
I mean, that's gotta be.
I haven't been
therapeutic.
there.
In level 4, it wasn't because I didn't have a pool yet, but I got a pool last
I've
semester.
seen
so.
lots of pictures.
Yeah, I've
But
heard.
that was the other thing. Random little fact is our first semester of school. My husband and I were redoing our floors
Oh no.
ourselves.
Oh no.
It was horrible. But yeah, I'm sure everyone who coming into the nursing program here is time management. But it really does. That is really what matters. Is
Yeah.
making sure you're
I think that's great advice.
remaining your humanity and staying a person.
And it's a
while
hard
in school.
balance. That's a hard
I
balance.
like how you find your person. I focus on that. I harp on that from the very beginning because I found my people on my first day, first class. In fact, everyone's about to meet one of them
Yeah.
in the Boo Halloween episode. Those people are the people who got me through.
Yeah. Well, and I was also a non-traditional student.
Yep.
And
She spit
that
one
is
out in the middle.
It's
hard.
very hard.
That is very hard. And then, I mean, we all know I had Sunny halfway through. And then you are just kind of like not integrated into the little family of the cohort because
You're not.
you're over there like breastfeeding and doing all these weird things. And so, yeah, it is hard to find your person. But that is what got me through my F&P program. I look back on my RN degree and I wish I would have done that.
Yeah.
You would think that I would get along with anybody because that's how I am. But when it comes to those types of things, like more intimate schoolwork and someone I'm going to spend a lot of time with, I can't do that with everybody.
You're selective.
I'm selective, and it worked out that I didn't fit in initially
That's good.
because then I ended up
good.
finding my person and it worked.
Click.
Oh, okay. So, Christian,
That's me.
what are your plans after graduation?
I hate it because see, this gives me
This is
mixed
really sad.
emotions.
Y'all's class was the first class I had. I know it was a whole total learning curve for me, and I am gonna cry on graduation day.
No, I have
I'm gonna
mixed
cry.
emotions. I have mixed emotions every single
Mm-mm.
time. because
I'm legit
I
gonna
grow
cry.
so close.
I'll cry probably.
I grow so close to you guys.
And tease too. Like, even
Yeah.
though you didn't know me beforehand, I still,
We rode the roller
had we not had
coaster.
the couple semesters beforehand, we wouldn't have jumped in last semester and like really got to know each
Yeah,
other.
yeah. But I get so invested, and
I know.
what we already talked about. I cry at Penny. Be the one that talks about the light. Y'all blow your candles out, and I'm in the dark, but I'm like, it's crying. It's
I get that way.
I don't think
horrible.
students realize how much we care about y'all.
Yeah. Do you feel like?
Yeah, I definitely feel
You
that.
feel
I feel that
that?
way. Yeah, for sure. And I think that some people, I'm not pessimistic in any way. I think some of the people have a little bit more pessimistic outlook, and I'm going to school, going home. They don't really look at the whole picture of what
Mhm.
it takes to have the nursing school. And I have never felt uncomfortable from interactions with instructors, or I'm not gonna. Okay, I will name drop. So Professor Simmons,
Mhm.
love her. Going into level 7, you hear, like, she can be a little bit on the more, difficult side, not difficult,
Strict.
strict side.
Yeah, strict. Strict, that's a perfect way, strict.
And honestly, yeah, because when you're in uniform, you should be coming from someone who's in uniform for
Yeah.
6 years, it's not that hard to just not wear your earrings, not wear your necklace, not or put your hair up, do those types of things. And I think that that's what people were referring to more so. She can be a little strict
Right.
on that kind of thing. But honestly, in class, I loved her, and outside of class, I love her, and I think that don't let people's don't let anyone give you a preconceived idea of what someone's gonna be, and
Draw your own perception.
don't let someone else draw that for you,
Mhm.
because you can end up wasting opportunities because
Yep.
you didn't wanna interact with somebody because you thought they were gonna be a not great person
Yeah.
or difficult or
Yeah.
scary. No.
What would you say to level 4 students who are just scared? I know we keep going back, but you're giving such great advice. I really want to tap into that.
It's a little bit harder for me to give that advice because I came in with
You came
You were
in
mature.
with the
disciplined.
You
military
like you
behind
just
me.
Came
yeah.
in
I experienced a
disciplined.
lot of they built the discipline.
Yeah.
When you're 20 coming to the program, you don't necessarily haven't built that discipline, but I will say the program is gonna be a lot different than your prereqs, but you're gonna move forward with your cohort. And over time, it was last semester that our cohort really finally started like meshing. Up to that point, we had kind of some clicks, and
Mhm.
that's how it goes. But I think just embrace it and don't think you know anything at all, and don't think you know anything more than anybody else just because your experiences can help people learn and they can help you learn, but also remember that their experiences might help you.
Yeah.
They can teach you just as much as you can teach them.
Mhm.
And as someone who was kind of somebody in my cohort who really liked helping out other people, I did have to take a step back sometimes and remember, just because I'm giving this advice doesn't mean that the advice that they're giving back is not also correct.
Yeah.
And so I took that advice that they would give and reinforced what I
Love
was
that.
giving. So
That's
I think that
cool.
just embrace it and come at it with a completely open mind. You have to be able to accept other people's input, criticism. Don't think you're the smartest person in the room. I think that's it.
Good. All right.
I love
So
it.
I got us off track. I'm very good at that. You know that. I have my squirrel moment still. So what are you going to do after graduation?
Oh, you're gonna
So
be
Say it.
amazing.
You're
it's a
gonna
place
say it.
like I'm in my practicum. I'm going to pick you,
Mhm.
and right now that's where I'm headed
Yeah.
for my job. I'm excited. I
So
think
You
it's gonna be
should
great.
be.
aside from the patient population and the skills, what else about that unit is making it a little more attractive than where you've actually worked and grown up and developed relationships?
So for everybody who doesn't know this, I worked in the adult emergency department for the past year and a half as a patient care intern, which is essentially a tech, but you have a little more autonomy with the direction of a nurse. So now, with that being said, that's all I knew. The only nursing that I truly knew was that. So I thought I loved it, and I do like it. There are aspects of it that I've learned a lot. Aspects of it I really enjoy, but the inability to care for your patient with an appropriate amount of time, I do not like about the ED.
Yeah.
I understand that you are getting that patient to their next place,
Mhm.
Stable and
Yeah.
shift.
stable and
Yep.
gone.
Yep.
But
That's not your jam.
oftentimes, stories are skewed because of the time management aspect. You may have 5 minutes with your patient. That patient says one thing, you interpret it differently, and then when you tell them the physician's it isn't the same story. And that is something that I've struggled with a lot. The lack of
Interesting.
proper communication.
And the fact that you have that linguist background,
That's interesting.
I feel, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe it's connected, maybe it's not, maybe I'm just reading into things, but
No,
like
one word
communication is
is
key for you.
2 words mean similar things, but they're not the same thing.
Yeah.
So if you say that,
What I say about the word normal all the time.
yes,
My normal is not your normal.
yeah, you have people who come in and they say, my doctor said I should come in because I have a couple lab results that were out of whack and they weren't normal. But then you look at their historically, their sodium's always been 132. But that doesn't mean you need to make a trip to the ER.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think that I completely agree with that. That one word can mean different things to different people. But also, if I'm listening to somebody, I need to use the exact words that they gave me to move forward with their care.
Yeah.
I've noticed.
What's your 5-year plan?
Yeah.
Are you done after this?
This is a great question. I like it when they ask it in
And
interviews
does your husband want to hear this?
Ooh, you've been practicing for interviews.
because 5 years ago, I would have never thought I was going to be in nursing school. 5 years prior to that, I never would have thought I was going to be going to the military. So I have no idea where I'm going to be in 5 years.
I love it.
I imagine it's going to be in healthcare. If something comes up and it's not, then I deal with that as it comes.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to go towards obviously it's going to be healthcare, but I don't know if it's going to be going towards a higher education. I think I would like to. Right now, I don't want to learn anything else for the next couple of years.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll learn stuff on the job, but I'm
I
learning.
think I hear you saying you just want the journey right now.
I just want to live it because too often in my life, my dad's always said this, is I'm always looking forward too much. So I'm counting down till I'm 18, counting down till I'm out of the Navy, counting down till I start nursing school. And far too often, I don't let myself like just live where I'm at.
Bask in the moment.
Do everything I do now will lead me to wherever I'm going to get.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And I
It's
think
the
that's it.
journey.
That's awesome.
Journey.
Great perspective.
You think US Keigans prepared you? You ready?
Yeah, I think so.
You ready to rock it?
Good job.
I think that, yeah, I think so. I think that we get a great foundation. I think the coupling this schooling with being a PCI and an ED has actually helped me a lot
Yep,
good.
because I'm very comfortable with interactions with patients. But as far as the foundations of nursing, I'm definitely comfortable. And this practicum I've had, I never would have thought I was going to be comfortable going and doing things with patients, drips, and whatever.
Just doing it.
Yeah, just doing it. And
Love it.
I never would have thought that I was going to be comfortable with that.
So
I think just having the one-on-one with my preceptor for 12 hours straight has been.
You have a good preceptor?
Yeah, I do. And I've got to do some cool things. I got to do some cool things in the ED.
That's awesome. All right.
Okay, now it's my favorite part.
Look at the screen.
Yeah, don't look at the screen. This is our stethoscope hot takes.
No,
Okay,
it's just
are you ready? Say the first thing that comes to your
You
brain.
don't overthink it. Just spit it out.
I'm an overthinker.
Don't overthink.
No. Okay. I think
They're going to be easy.
That's
I
why
think I know
that's why I
this
almost
first
failed those
answer.
classes.
All right.
It's true. You do overthink. And yeah.
Because I think about everything that could happen.
You're like the
And-
if,
You
and then the
should
why,
see-
and then the and the
I
but, and the...
Our test review sessions would go well over 30 minutes or an hour.
Like, why? I don't understand why.
Yeah. I love that.
All right, go
Oh
ahead.
my gosh, you're going to be such a great nurse. Okay,
I know. I think so too.
coffee or energy drinks?
Coffee.
Any particular flavor?
Please don't say pumpkin spice.
I just like regular coffee. I mean,
Just black coffee?
Not black coffee.
Okay.
Coffee, little bit of regular flavored cream, maybe some sweetener, maybe a little vanilla.
So
But
not too frou-frou, but
No,
black coffee.
you.
I do like.
No, your coffee station.
What?
You did a video for me that we ended up I couldn't use, but you recorded your day, and your coffee station was crazy awesome.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, we just have
It's just
we have a
fancy.
Keurig. It's
It
a
looked
Keurig. It's a nice Keurig.
fancy.
It's a nice Keurig, a
Fancy.
bun coffee maker, just some
Yeah.
cups.
For hosting.
But from like Starbucks, something like that, during this season, I really like the pumpkin foam chai.
Oh, I haven't tried that.
If you like chai tea,
I love chai.
iced chai, pumpkin foam, whatever.
I don't get
Okay.
coffee is not ice.
This is chai.
I've been doing the
It's chai
pecan
tea.
crunch
I know,
oat milk latte.
What?
Pecan crunch
See,
oat
you
milk
can't
latte.
even say it.
It's so good.
Is what?
Pecan crunch oat milk latte.
I go with where the
love it.
seasons take me.
Yeah,
For
it's
the
a seasonal
love of
thing.
Pete, you people.
Okay, back to the rapid fire questions, y'all. Best clinical rotation.
Women's health.
Whoa!
Oh, wait.
I loved it. I loved it.
I'm in shock right now. I was like, oh, it's going to be
I
peds.
know.
No, it was women's health.
I know.
Okay,
I
you're gonna
thought
have to
I was
tell
going
me all
to
the
be
things.
peds too.
I love the peds, but women's health, I saw so many things I'd never seen before.
Cool.
Like being in the room during C-sections and seeing like natural births and all. I got to see so many cool things I never would have thought I was going to see, and I wouldn't have had it not
Yeah,
been for
if
this.
that
She
one-
worked so hard on making sure her students see
My
that.
clinical instructor was fantastic.
Who did you have?
Robinson.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Literally love her.
love
She's good.
Elizabeth.
She's very
yes.
smart.
Is she doing clinical for you?
Mm-mm.
Ah,
Well,
sad.
she's fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've known
everyone
her
says
for
that she is.
years.
She is.
Outside of here, I've known her
Yes.
for. She's wonderful. All right, go ahead.
All right, go to comfort food after a tough shift.
Fruit Pebbles.
Yes! I'm all about cereal after a
I'm
12-hour day.
Captain Crunch girl.
It hurts my mouth way too much. But
Oh,
Fruity Pebbles, the off-brand actually.
The
crunch.
off-brand. Okay.
Yeah.
The Captain Crunch does hurt your mouth.
Yeah,
What
I-
is that?
Yeah,
with
I
the
don't
roof of
let
the
it
mouth?
soak long enough.
Unless I eat it, well,
Oh,
I
it's
don't.
got to be crunchy.
I like it crunch. I don't know. I like it crunchy, but
What's
it
wrong with
hurts my
y'all?
mouth.
But then pour some
That's
sugar
funny.
in
The-
it too.
Whatever the
Fruity
off-brand
Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles is,
That's
because the
hysterical.
real brand Fruity Pebbles have like a weird crunch to them. I don't like a weird like I don't know how to describe
Funny.
it, but Fruity Pebbles.
Very specific. Now I know what to buy. Okay, what is your most used nursing school survival item?
So give him some examples.
You don't need examples.
Okay, fine. Like your
my
tool.
husband.
Oh.
No, it is because he truly. I mean, I know it's been hard for him because I
Yeah,
have no time ever to
sacrifices.
do anything. That's it.
love it.
Have you seen the pictures from our fundraiser last year?
Uh-uh.
Oh, yeah, they're all over the internet or social.
Well, maybe I just didn't know I was looking at them.
His husband literally is the just most awesome guy, and I didn't really get to talk to him enough, but he just is there and
Aw.
present and smiles and just just
That's cool.
and everyone, all your friends, all of your group, they all love him.
Yeah.
What's
and
his
then
name?
Robert.
Robert.
Yeah,
Such
yeah.
a-
We had a huge
Shout out.
pool party at the end of last semester because we had just got the pool.
Uh-huh.
And all the classmates came to the house, and like I've never hung out with any of them outside of school, and it was fun. But he made sure that everyone was fine because he.
Aww.
I mean, he's just so good. He's
I
just so
love
kind,
it.
and he's very he just hung out with all the pictures, and while Christian was
He puts up with my my BS.
Well, shout out
he's-
to Robert. That's great.
He's my yin to my yang for sure because I'm very much all over the place all the time.
Yeah,
He's very
yeah. Jeff grounds me. Yeah,
Cool.
he's my compass. All right, good.
Okay. Do you have a favorite scrub brand or a favorite scrub color?
Not red.
I want so badly to work in a place where I can wear salmon scrubs. So bad. Or coral or salmon. I love them. Like
What
every
brand?
time I see nurses in them or physicians
You're
in them, I'm like,
yeah.
I love it. I have a pair of figs. They're okay. I don't know what the brand is that I like. I just got them. The brand I wear for at work. I don't know what brand it is,
Cool.
but they're teal.
Salmon's the goal.
Oh, it was the Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, yeah.
Grey's
Oh.
Anatomy scrubs I had previously. I love them. They're comfy. The newer ones, the sleeves are really short. They're for men, but
They're
they're
making that bicep pop.
you can start seeing your deodorant. Like,
That's so true.
I don't like it. So
Like, we need to cover it.
they're
There's
pretty.
gotta
They're
be-
breathable, but they're not the best.
I'm going to be a fan of Mandala.
Okay. Are you going to take the NCLEX in the morning or in the evening?
Morning, 100%.
Me too.
I am not an
Me
afternoon
too.
person. No.
Word.
If you were not in nursing, what would you be doing right now?
I probably would have stayed at my old job.
Yeah.
I mean, if it wasn't for the potential for losing a job
Yeah.
without my
Hey,
decision, probably
it
not.
happens for a reason.
Very-
We're excited
very
you're
good,
here.
Very good money. Enjoyed it, but I'm also I like that I've been able to find passions in multiple places.
That's cool.
Some people have the passion from when they're 5 years old. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a nurse. I like that my life has taken me to places where I've found passions with everything I've done.
Okay, so Christian, oh my God,
Thank you so much.
there's so much that I
There's so much value.
unwrap
in
here.
this.
Yes.
Yeah, we could have had a
One-
5-hour
Yeah,
conversation.
seriously,
Yeah,
we
we
could
could have
have.
just had him for all 5 hours.
I know. Yeah.
And Christian's back here for level 6.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
No, we are for sure going to bring you back this time next year because we want to hear
So when
from
you change your email, you need to let us know.
I know, I have his phone number. They don't
Okay.
go away.
Okay.
You
They
want
know
my
that.
number
You
too.
can, you can hunt
Yeah,
them
they
down
know
then.
that they because I still text them sometimes
Mhm.
too, don't I? Like, there's my group.
I love it.
All right, so you've given just insight into level 7. Don't believe what you hear. Get
Believe what I said.
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Believe that it's not
Yeah.
as bad as it
But it's
seems,
hard,
but it's hard.
and don't sleep in for community.
Mhm.
And go get your people.
And you get out of it what you put into it.
Oh,
That's
very
the
good.
biggest thing. That my entire
That's what
time
I
throughout the
heard.
program, I've always been level 4. My nurses at the hospital knew that I will wipe all day.
Yeah.
I'll get dirty, I'll get messy, but in return, I don't do it as like a quid pro quo. But in return,
What
I
you gonna do for
am
me?
granted the opportunity to do some really cool things.
Yes,
Because they know they can trust
they
you.
trust you. Yes.
And that you want to
Yes.
do it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Start from level 4, like go all in, and
Mm-hmm.
don't sit on the sidelines, because sitting on the sidelines is how you get to watch, but you don't get to do.
You miss stuff. Absolutely. Good
Beautiful.
deal. All right. So, students, you heard him.
Yep.
Listen to him because this dude, he's amazing.
Yes.
He's amazing.
Awesome.
We cannot thank you
We're
for coming. It
sad.
took a lot of coordination because you are just a busy dude.
You are busy.
I'm busy. Thank you, level 8. and over summer. Thank you over summer.
Well,
Yeah.
good luck. You don't need it. You're going to rock it. And I will be boohooing when y'all get your diplomas.
We can boohoo together.
But we are gonna cheer louder, I'm sure, than anyone. Maybe not
yeah.
My
Robert.
mom.
Maybe
My
not
mom would
mom.
rock it.
Maybe not Robert.
I can't wait
But
to
we're
meet
gonna be
your
right there
parents.
cheering with them.
Okay, join us next
But-
week.
Don't, as always, follow us on Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. But yes, I always forget one of them.
YouTube.
YouTube.
So
And we will see you next week.
thanks
for scrubbing in.